Since moving to London, my passion for angling has grown more and more each year. But it goes without saying that every now and again it's nice to escape the city rush and enjoy angling in a more peaceful surrounding. Throughout this series, I'll be making my way to a variety of countries, visiting a whole host of venues. From canals and rivers to huge public lakes, I plan to explore them all. For want of a better term, I'm escaping London. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah!
Oh, and I'm in. Oh, coming in live and direct.
That was literally 5 minutes.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a good fish, that. That's an upper 30, I reckon. Sure. He's going to be swimming in a minute. It's massive. It's the big one. It's the big one.
How do you know it's the big one? How do you know it's the big one? You don't know.
Mate, it's the big one.
Hey!
Get in there!
Get it!
Come on! Come on! And we're back again.
We're back, baby.
We're back again. This time, Henry's brought me to a set of lakes in Belgium that he tells me are incredible.
You're gonna love it. It's like a carp angler's playground.
Yeah?
There's loads of lakes, some of them are connected. There's like 2 sets of connected lakes. So the fish can swim out all between them. The stock is ridiculous.
Sick. Big
Proper.
ones?
I'd say over the complex is maybe 4 or 5 50s. So right, not France level, but
nice fish.
a nice one.
You got any pictures that I can overlay over the
Yeah,
top?
we'll stick them in there.
Yeah,
we'll get them in.
we'll
Get them in.
get
You're
them
seeing
in
them
there.
now. You're looking at them right now.
Well, we've literally just got here, as usual, on the crossing. Didn't even bother filming that. We've been here so many times.
What were you doing last night, Jacob?
Last night, I was actually doing a dance show, which Henry hasn't sort of let drop. You need to be doing your job, fishing. But we're out now for 3 nights, Henry.
Yes.
So we're literally unloading, getting all our gear down to the lakes, because the last few Euro trips we've been all over the place moving around, so it'd be nice to actually be on one complex for the whole trip. So yeah, bit of a van sort out, get down to the lake, and then we'll keep you updated from there on, basically. Nice. Smooth, Henry, smooth. Despite me thinking I could carry all my gear, what I hadn't anticipated is quite how far the walk was, made even worse by the boiling hot weather. So I ended up leaving my gear in the back of the van and going for a mooch with Henry first. Nice in here. Beautiful. Oh mate. What a lake, man.
I don't take you anywhere bad, do I? There's one. Just sticking its head out.
Oh yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Just see it. Definitely look like they could be up for a mixer.
Yeah, we've got to have a go float fishing,
Yeah.
haven't we? We spent the next hour or so wandering around what felt like a maze. Weedy bays, deep clear marginal spots, and huge snags. The fact that all these lakes were joined together by small channels made it such a puzzle. Yeah, we could set up a base camp in between, and we have a lake each. Then we have sort of space.
Set of lakes each, really, you can do.
Yeah.
We'll see, like I said, we could go and there could be like
Loads of carp.
10 anglers on the front lakes, on the back, and they could all be in one lake, and then it's like, right, well, we got to
go there together, yeah. Well, you drove, so you are on first choice. I would like, if possible, if we can be close enough together, because obviously for the filming purposes, I'd like to be there to film what you catch, but if it means we catch less, we have to split,
Yeah, we'll figure it out, won't we?
1, 2, 3, 4. One of them looks really long.
Oh yeah, look at them. They're gagging for a floater, mate. There's loads in the tree lot. See them? Mate, look at them all. Just as I said, that's the biggest snag we've seen so far. Look how many there are sitting in there, look. Go around there and get some floaters out in that bay, or what?
Yeah, we can try.
Before I went to get my gear out of the van, I decided to spend some time with Henry, as it looked like there was a really good chance for a surface opportunity. He catapulted out some slicker floaters, then set up a stealth controller with an imitation biscuit, ready for when the fish started feeding. It wasn't long before a carp or two began taking the odd mixer. However, they were sticking close to the snags, so we needed to get a little bit closer in order to make the right cast. We sat it out for another hour or so, but the fish just weren't feeding confidently enough, so we decided to knock it on the head, at least for now.
It's no builder's trolley, is it?
What have we got there, Henry?
It's bait that I've told you not to touch.
New test bait.
New test bait.
And Henry said I'm not allowed to use it.
Because you're not part of the testing team.
I'm not part of the testing team. And also he says that if he catches loads and I blank, then it shows that the new test bait's amazingly good.
No, it shows I'm better than you.
Or just it shows that he's on a spot with 100 carp on it.
Well, no one's going to catch anything with standing around here all day, so should we get a move on? No, you don't. You prefer a power barrel, that's what you need.
Yeah, why have you got a power barrel?
Left it.
Unprepared. So, I've set up in the causeway between the front and the back set of lakes. Henry's on the front lakes, which is slightly smaller, and I'm on the back lakes. And I saw a few fish show on the channel that crosses between two of my lakes. Put the drone up, and lo and behold, there's loads of carp there. A koi gave them away, to be fair. I'm not going to fish for them straight away because once I get a rod out, I'm stuck in the swim, so I've decided to go for a little wander. But I've seen probably 15 carp, and it's sort of behind, 2 lakes behind where my bivvy is. Only about a 5-minute walk, so not too bad. But yeah, there's absolutely loads of fish. I tried to smash through the rushes to rake a swim out where the fish are, but I need my waders because it drops off pretty quick and my feet were getting wet. So it's looking really good. Henry's on fish, he got first pick, so he's going to fish that side. I'm pretty sure he's going to get an opportunity from there. But yeah, here's Henry. What have you been up to?
I've been trying to catch off the top of bread. I don't want to put a dampener on your floater fishing, but I don't think they're really.
They're not really up for the floaters.
Nah, I think it's a bit fool's gold. So I'm going to go and fish that corner where we did get them taken.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and fish a spot down here that I baited and fish are feeding on.
Which is directly behind me,
yeah, so
isn't
we
it?
can do this the night together.
Little social jobby. Right, I'm going to get some floaters out.
I'm going to go try and catch one.
See you in a bit, mate. The carp were so active, fizzing, bow waving in the upper layers. However, they didn't respond to the mixers at all. In fact, if anything, it seemed to actually put them on edge and they stopped showing altogether. With that, I decided to go back for my waders and begin clearing a swim to pre-bait as a backup spot. The plan was to make a clearing in the weed so I could ensure that my rig would be presented when I do decide to fish this spot. However, just as I got to the water's edge and was about to throw the rake, I noticed a carp passing through, and a big one too. I didn't want to risk spooking it, so I decided to head back to base camp and get the other rod sorted first.
You know, for all the over 50s out there, you know, I told you to take out the bits where we had the conversation about the thing, and so that people believe it.
Unfortunately, the back of the bar was just out of casting distance, and inflatable boats were not allowed. Luckily though, Henry came to the rescue and informed me he had a bait boat in the back of the van. Although not my favoured style of angling, this was going to be the only option if I wanted to be fishing this spot. As I was going to be fishing over the back of the bar, I decided to spool up with 20 or so metres of 40-pound mono snag leader, just to have that extra abrasion resistance. A light scoop of bait and it was time to get it out. This was actually my first time properly using a bait boat, and it was apparent that they weren't used all that often on this venue, as the carp didn't seem to react at all. I decided to drop it just down the shelf into about 5 foot of water. I felt that going into the night, this would be my best chance of a bite. The second rod, I had a few casts around with a lead until I found a clear area that I was happy with out in open water. Henry had spent a couple of hours fishing right up to the snags with the bushwhacker, but had no success, so moved into a corner swim where he'd seen some carp earlier in the day. Is this your spot for the night?
Yeah, just so we're close to each other. It's not the best spot, I don't think, but got a lot of bait on 2 of the spots that are going to be my go-tos tomorrow. So
Nice.
I think tomorrow's going to be a case of running around chasing them big time.
God, they're noisy enough, aren't they? Ah! It's mad how such a small creature can make such a racket. Bosh. That was a carp. Is that what you baited?
We catching tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm going to get one first light, I reckon.
Same. I'm going to put the target 5 each.
5 each throughout the whole trip.
Yeah. That's the target.
My estimation is that you catch 7 fish and I catch 4 or 5, but mine are bigger.
I think you'll catch the biggest.
Based off what I've seen in that corner.
I think you will catch the biggest. I hope you don't, but...
As the sun began to set, it was apparent that the carp had moved off the bar. With it being likely they wouldn't return till the morning, I decided now was the perfect time to reel in and begin clearing that weedy corner spot. With that done, and the rods back out in base camp, I was confident I'd made the most of my day. And now, it was up to the carp gods. Rough. Good morning. Rough morning. Absolutely shattered. But we've both got a carp. Well, I've got a grass carp, an absolutely monstrous grass carp, and you've got a 30-pounder, Henry.
34 common, but I also lost 2, which I'm very upset about.
Lost 2 as well.
Yeah. So I lost one in this swim, so then I moved round to another swim because I thought I'd blown it. Lost one in there, it's both times in the weed. Then came back round here and had one about an hour ago.
At least you've got one, a 30-pounder as
Yeah.
well. Right, I'm just dropping this rig, mate, so 1 second. So many fish out on that bar. Originally I was going to cast, because I don't have a bait boat. It's quite a big chuck, and Henry went, use my bait boat. And I thought, why not? Why not be accurate? So I'm just dropping a little trim down wafter over a lot of carp, so feeling good this morning.
It's going to go in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Henry! Henry!
Goodbye.
Just pulled up tight. Oh! That'll be Henry in. Certainly not the best timing, but to both be into another carp on the first morning was such a good feeling. Just had a bite after dropping it. As Henry's about to pick the camera up, his was absolutely screamed off. Come on. Yes! Get in! Well, it was good and bad.
Why good and bad?
It was good for the action, but bad for the filming purposes.
I don't really care about the filming.
Yeah, well you don't, but I'm here to make a film as well. Come on, lad.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't think it's massive, but a nice mirror.
Nice.
Come on. Screamer that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Absolutely charmed.
God, they're really up for a feed, aren't they here? Smashing it.
New test bait, innit?
4 bites in it, that now.
4 bites, yeah. I think, provided we can stay awake, I think we've got a good chance of catching quite a few here. I feel like that catching a fish moving, for me is going to be the way to go.
It's a nice one, I think, that.
Yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it?
Double take action. Brace shot, that's a nice common.
That's a lovely common, Jacob.
That's a lovely common. Come on, lad. That's a lovely carp. Back of the net she goes. And that'll be a brace of 30s for Henry. Bosh.
Get in there!
Come on.
Oh, shit.
Yes, bro. Right.
That might be bigger than 30, mate.
Bigger than 30? Is that big, yeah?
Yeah, it could be.
Looks like it's got a big belly on it.
With a bent back.
Hmm. Mate, your face is bitter and bad.
Is it?
Is that what that is?
Where?
Yeah, mate, that's sore. You've got like lumps under your eye, mate. This madman was sleeping in shorts and a t-shirt under the stars and I tell you, the mosquitoes here are horrendous.
Yeah, so bad.
How wonky's that? Camera on your head, mate.
I did get it running over.
I'm not looking forward to seeing that shot. Oh, you filmed it, did you?
Yeah, as I was running over.
Mate, me trying to set up a tripod playing that fish was horrendous. But yeah, we've got him in the net. Sick.
Gnarly one.
Oh, mate.
2 carp, this is the first one.
Ah, mosquito biting me. Sorry, mate, that's an unbelievable carp.
£34, I reckon. Before spawning, it would have been
Upper 30, 40, mate. When I show you the footage back, it looks massive.
Did it look big?
If you said it was £45, honestly, it looks massive and it's so dark.
It's a proper dark one. Cool carp in there, real cool carp. Some pictures, and then we've got
Get my £50 grassy out.
Oh god, that is gonna be bad.
That's gonna beat me up.
You just need to accept you're going to get soaked.
My first grass carp and my first bite from this lake, it came at about 3:30 and it went diddy 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 and I went, no, not out there long, a bream. Picked the rod up, felt a few head shakes, thought it was a bream, and when I mean I was dragging it, I thought it was a bream and a load of weed. Popped up in the margin, didn't have my head torch on. Like, that looks long, that's a carp. Got my head torch out the bivvy, and I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh, it's a grassy. And then it beasted me in the margin for about 20 minutes, as they do. They're weird fish, they don't fight at all. Then as soon as you put a net in front of them, they go absolutely mental. Netted it, and then realised that's actually massive. So, thought I'd keep him for a couple of hours until light, because I weighed him and he went £50. So, I know it's not as, we didn't come here for grassies, but...
Straight into the 50s club with them.
Public lake, £50 grassy. Is that how you meant to lift it?
It looks huge.
Mate, it's not 4 foot long.
It looks so big.
£50 grass carp. Oh, it's horrible to hold. My first fish from the lake. And then this morning, got myself a nice £30 mirror as well. So, get a few shots of this strange creature and show you what we came here to catch. Cool though, innit?
Very cool. Well done.
First grassy, 50 pounder. That'll do. My next one was a mega 20-pound mirror with lovely little withered fins and tail. The stock in this lake really is special.
Right, and to sign off the crazy morning we've had, I think it was 6 bites, 4 landed in total between me and Jacob, and this was the last one, taken moments after Jacob's mirror.
Mate, I reckon that's 40 pound before spawning.
Yeah, I think so too. It's real old.
Looks big.
Battered one, isn't it? Oh, it feels big.
Almost looks like a canal carp a little bit, doesn't it? The head on it. Sick.
Old fish. Proper battered. A few stories to tell and all that. But yeah, not bad first morning.
A few hours kip and then
I think that's the plan now. We need to
smash
get
it
some
out.
sleep, otherwise we're just not going to be fishing properly. So I'm going to go to one of my bait spots, flick the rods out, get some sleep, hopefully catch one more, and then rinse and repeat, I think.
Come on, lads.
Nice.
We've decided to weigh it because we think there's a possibility it might actually be 40 pound. Come on. Is it zeroed?
Yeah.
Mate. Oh!
Right.
It's like 30. It's coming on and off 40.
Well, it's 40 then.
No, it's like just under. It's like 39, bloody 13. Like, you let me lift and you film and what? It's like I use digital scale, so it stops at a weight, so I'm not so good reading. But I reckon it's like 39 ounces away from 40 pound. Look.
I think that's bang on. Yeah, that's bang on.
40 pounder.
40 pounder.
Yes, bro.
Fucking hell, how big was that before spawning then?
It's,
Must have been like 46
I reckon
pound.
it's down about 5-6 pound minimum.
Yeah.
It's got no belly at all. I said it looked massive.
It felt really heavy, that's why I wanted to weigh it.
Yeah, mad. With the last of the carp slipped back, we aimed to catch up on a couple of hours sleep. Fortunately, it didn't last too long. Well, we're just having a sleep to catch up. Henry's come over and said, "Have you had anything?" I said, "I can't believe I've not." Beep. Maddest timing ever that was, wasn't
That
it?
was crazy, yeah.
that was genuinely mad timing.
There you go, still got him on.
Unfortunately, I've got a massive weed bed over my line in the margin, so I've got absolutely zero detail of what's going on out there, but it's still on, hopefully. Just as I was thinking how well the morning was going, the hook pulled. Let's just say it was better to mute this audio, as my choice of words weren't the most polite. To top it off, a group of lads had decided to swim out into the lake and walk around all over the bar. With this, I decided it was the best time to go off and do some exploring, checking out different marginal spots, big open bays, and I did actually find a few carp. But sadly, they were on Henry's side and I didn't want to poach him up, so I headed straight round to the corner spot. Upon arrival, I noticed the spot had got considerably bigger. This was such a good sign. I also noticed from this corner I could actually still fish the back of the bar, which meant I could get the best of both. I put a small handful of bait over the spot, then slowly lowered the rig into position. I then went slightly down the bank and began getting the second rod out. I drove the bait boat along the side of the rushes and onto the same spot at the back of the bar. That didn't take long, did it? Oh my god. Oh. Put the camera down. Just as I thought my luck was turning, I had another hook pull. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. The second one in a row. And with so many nice carp in this lake, you just don't want to be losing any. I'm not having much luck today, am I? Just went round there to check on my margin rod. And this absolutely melted off. It's been in the water about 3 minutes. My lead hadn't dropped. I think the clip must have been jammed. It's fine. That's so annoying. I did get the rod back out, but the next hour or so passed by quietly. I hadn't seen any activity at all in the corner, which was really strange. I decided to reel in and just get both the rods back out onto the bar from base camp. Are you stray or what? Someone's not been feeding you, if you're not. It keeps falling over itself, poor thing. Can't even look at the way it's running. Safe to say that Henry hadn't had the best days angling either, chasing carp around to no avail. So we cooled off in the lake and tried to boost the morale.
This is carp fishing, Jacob. This is modern carp fishing. Fan on the go. About to cook a toaster.
Mate, how are you sat in shorts?
Because it's about 30 degrees.
No, but mate, what is it with my blood type? Look at
I've been getting loads of bites.
Mate, look at my arm, bro.
Yeah, look at my leg. I've got loads of them. Just get on with it.
No, but they're not.
Hardcore.
You're not getting lumps though.
Yeah,
I think.
Look.
Nah, they're doing nothing to you.
Mate, look.
Show me.
Boom,
Yeah, you've got
boom,
one
boom,
there. Yeah.
Boom, boom,
I
boom.
couldn't sit in shorts, honest to God. I've been bitten about 18 times on
It
this
was a
one
bit
arm.
precious, I think.
Mate, look at that lump. Look.
Hey,
Thank you.
I told you.
Mate, I actually need to get one of these.
No, you do.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Seriously, that is actually.
It's so good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because last night I was sleeping on top of the cover and I was still hot. Right, enough of that. Whilst I was all set for the evening, Henry was getting rods out in the swim he'd caught one from that morning. His approach was to spend a few hours in each swim and then move on to the next baited area. Although it had worked so well for him on the first night, it didn't produce a single bite this time round. Meanwhile, I was woke from a good night's sleep to an absolute peeler on my right hand rod. It was becoming apparent that first light was definitely the bite time on this spot, and this one was pulling my arm off. Well, the video ran out of time, so it cut off just before I ended it. But I got it in the net. Nice long common. Fought like mad. Like literally couldn't get it in at all. I had a little one on the same rod a couple of hours ago, just before the sun came up. So get the rod back out and then go and see what Henry's up to and get some pictures. Come on. That's the morning I'd hoped for. As the sun rose, more and more carp began feeding on the bar. They were flanking and showing. The whole thing was clouded up. I tried my best to wait it out, but in the end, I just needed to get a rig out there. They seemed to be feeding slightly higher up the bar, so I dropped my rig in shallower water than I had been doing previously. It was so interesting watching the drone footage back and seeing how the carp were immediately more cautious after the rig went out. You could see them approaching the bait, then turning off at the last moment. They did eventually start moving towards the patch of bait, but seemed much more comfortable in the slightly deeper section of water, so I took the risk of reeling in and dropping it back into deeper water. I also switched from a bottom bait to a yellow pop-up, which I hoped would encourage a quick bite. It wasn't long before a few carp began moving back in, one of which looked like a real good one. At this point, I was just about to put another rod over the left hand side of the bar to up my chances, but as the boat approached the spot, the big one that I'd seen drift in got absolutely nailed and the rod was off. The fish had ran way over the back of the bar, so I took my time and slowly teased it back this way. Once I got the fish on my side of the bar, it buried itself in a huge bed of weed and open water. I couldn't move it at all, so decided to give it some slack line in the hopes that it shakes itself free. Sadly, that didn't work, and if I'm honest, at this point I was pretty sure that the fish was actually gone and that my rig was stuck in a snag. I managed to play it for ages out on the bar, get it into open water, and now I get snagged up. So annoying. I always be sure to take my time and pull really gently just in case. This really was testament to the £20 bullet mono. I was adamant the whole time I was snagged up, and all of a sudden I felt a slight pull away and I was back into the carp. Horrible when they get in the weed. Oh, it's a mirror, it's a mirror. Yes. Nice one, £30 that is. Come on. Oh yeah, that's big. Oh, that's a mega pot. That is a sick one. Bigger as well. Definitely a 30. Do not come off now. I've got you all this way. Please. Get in! Good one. Good fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of this. This is an absolute cheese o'clock. That's big. I can't believe
struggling a bit.
It's weird because you had like 4 bites, didn't you, on the first night?
It's the margin spots, isn't it? Margin spots can die so quickly.
I reckon you'll get some on that snag later.
Yeah, but also like yesterday on the snag, I had rods there for the best part of the day into bite time and nothing. So
Drop down.
We'll see what happens. But thankfully, you're picking up the slack.
I've had 3 carp, lost 1. It's been kicking off this morning. I was getting, I'll show you the footage, I was getting like churned over.
Yeah.
They were just feeding off the back of the rig. I should have had like 2 more, but I reeled it in, put it back out again a bit
This
further
one's
out.
Well nice.
Yeah, and
mirror.
this one was the biggest one I could see out there. And then, yeah.
It's nice when that happens, isn't it? As opposed to
The biggest one.
12-pound common.
Mate, the one I had at I had one at about 3 AM. I'm no joke, it was £8. It was an £8 common. I'm gonna sit here. I think I got lucky with letting you draw first because you're having to run round and I'm having a nice.
I was thinking that last night as I was laying there. I was like, I wish I just took that back leg and just bait boat spots.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
That would have been an absolute dream.
It's the first time I've ever actually fished a whole session using like a boat. And to be fair, in this heat, I don't want to be doing what you're having to do, running around.
Yeah,
it's horrendous.
It's hard work. And first night it was great because you got the reward. But
Yeah.
now,
You're not catching it, it's annoying. You'll
thank
get
God
one.
I've got this.
I'm pretty
That's all I'm going to say. Thank God I've got
The
this.
fan. I'm pretty sure you get one, mate. Right, these have been in the net and sling a few hours, mate, so let's get them out. The second one from last night. Well, this one was actually this morning. Another lovely common. Every single fish seems to be really pristine, really nice strain of carp in this lake. Don't know how big it is, mid-20 probably. Let's get some pictures, slip it back, because I've got an absolutely mega one to show you. Upper 30 mirror, which is what I was hoping for, 30 pounder. But you're not complaining catching them, that's for sure. Oh mate, look at that. Such cool fish.
Proper Belgian one, this one.
Look at that, man. Silky smooth fish that is.
I think Gaz would approve of this one, don't you?
And his dorsal lock.
Oh my word.
It's just carpy, isn't it? It's hell that.
Subsurface as anything.
Look at the head.
Get him in the mag.
That's a sick carp. Really cool one. Looks wise. That's about as good as they're gonna get. I'm gonna say it. Looks like the dustbin from Yateley. What do you reckon, Henry?
Big claim,
Big
that.
claim. What's it look like?
Big
on camera? Does
claim.
it look rubbish?
It looks nice. I wouldn't quite say you're looking like Tell with the dustbin.
No, well I don't look like Tell, do I? Shape-wise and fins and all that, not a million miles away, is it?
Yeah, okay.
In come the comments.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The Belgian dustbin.
let's not compare it. It's a sick carp. Big sloped head, little withered fins, nice sort of leathery one with a few scales along the top. And a big one as well, 36 pound, probably a 40 a couple of weeks ago before spawning. That is why we came to Belgium. Thank you, Mr. Lemon.
No worries.
Right, I'm gonna go bed, mate. Absolutely knackered. I'm boiling hot. Bitten to death by mosquitoes. As the day progressed, it got warmer and warmer, and with me being set on sticking it out on the bar, I opened up the vents on the bivvy and put my feet up. The complete opposite of what Henry was doing, moving round from lake to lake, trying his very best to nick an opportunity. Bite you know. Little mole, I've never seen a mole running around like that.
He's lost, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to find another hole, isn't it? But there ain't none. With me being set on the bar swim for the last 24 hours, I suggested that Henry should spend the last night fishing my set of lakes. Not only was his side proving tricky, but I'd also seen a lot of carp in the bay next to my rake spot. He checked it out for himself and decided that it was a good move. That's fun getting them through this weed. Size 5 claw. Come on. His plan of attack was to use the bushwhacker and drop some rigs in the clear areas off the back of the weed beds. I left him to it and headed back into base camp, where I was going to freshen up all my rigs and get my rods out for the final night. That's what I came to see. You going in? He's there, I can see his mouth going, look. Imagine it's that little £7 koi. Doo-dum, doo-dum.
There's a frog on it. Look, there's a frog on the back of it.
On the fish? Off goes the froggy.
He's tiny.
No.
He's tiny.
No.
I got soaking wet for a 4-pounder.
No. That's literally last year's spawn. That is some sore luck. Can't really see.
Well, the future looks bright.
Oh my god.
Thank you, mate.
You've literally had last year's spawn. Well, thanks for making me come over, mate. Well worth it.
NBC, never been caught.
Yeah, never been caught. Special carp.
That's what you go for, the unknown. Ah!
Boys, you won't believe what he's just had. He's just had An absolute unbelievable fish.
Has he?
Yeah,
What is
come and have a look, man. I'm chatting shit. Do you know what he's just had? Mate, I've just gone all the way round there. I've stood with him for 10 minutes watching him pull this humongous weed bed in. £4 mirror.
You're messing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally like just last year's stock, probably, last year's spawn. That's a proper good on that. Oh. Good fish, that. Really good fish. Yes! Come on! Buzzing. Not had anything on the bar, I can't believe it, they just never moved in. Heard one down here in this corner. This is where Henry's had one on the first morning, I believe. And yeah, it's absolutely tore off. What have we got here then? Oh yeah, lovely fish. Big old crusty mirror. Get in. Is this the look of a Oh, I thought that was the look of a man with confidence. What happened? You couldn't have blanked in there.
5 bites,
Oh!
3 carp, all below £5. £5 eel.
A £5
The
eel?
biggest fish I caught last night was an eel. It was huge.
No.
And then I lost a good one.
No.
And then some English guys set up just to the right of me and kind of cut me off a little bit. So, yeah, I've had a terrible time basically. What about you? Come on, have we got an ending?
Have we got an ending? I almost don't want to tell you.
Why?
So, I lost, so let's go chronological order. Nothing through the night, and I heard loads of fish showing in the corner where you've been dating and fishing, and seeing as though you moved onto my lake and I thought I was giving you a flyer, I moved a rod and put it on
And
there,
you've got what?
and I've caught a £30 mirror.
I can see why you wanted me to move now. It's so adamant. Oh, move, you have to move. Yeah, so you can fish my spot.
That looks like a setup, but I promise you,
Yeah, looks
I
like
reckon
it.
if them English guys didn't set up on your right, because where they were fishing on your right was where all the carp were, and we were hoping they were going to move into your water in the morning. So I think basically you would have had probably 10 fish if they didn't turn up. How many have they had?
5 or 6.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're like 20 yards, they're rod 20 yards behind, and they're in that weed bed, and they were coming down along that path. They're just hitting their rod first. Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't set you up, I promise. I just had one by accident on your spot.
So happy for you.
And then I lost one on the bar. So yeah, it's been, well, it's not been difficult for me. I think, seeing as though you picked first, I've been quite lucky in that I've had a swim that's done bites, and
You've done well.
You've
done
ran
well.
round like a madman,
Like an absolute madman.
and you've been unlucky.
The problem was it started so well, and I was like, right, this is what I'm going to do. Change them every 2 hours, and then it's just killed me.
Let's just round up quickly here before we get my fish out. We massively underplayed the common you caught by saying, looks like an half decent one, that.
It's like the
Actually,
second biggest fish
it was
in the lake.
£40 spawned out.
It's
and
the
we
second biggest fish in the lake.
second biggest carp in the lakes that Henry were fishing, out of like 5 lakes.
Yeah.
So you have had one of the big ones once again, as you do. So we've had a good trip, mate. I've enjoyed
I feel
it.
defeated though. I wish that the first 24 hours happened as my last 24 hours.
And you had them 4, yeah, true.
But it is what it is.
Is what it is.
Let's see your lovely carp, then hit the road, and then we'll see the viewers again probably in about a month's time when we go out again, hopefully.
That's it. Ideally, when you've got a banger, you do pictures on the mat first on the bank, but terrible lighting and it's boiling hot, so I'm taking a risk. How's about that for the last one of the trip? £30. Oh,
Just saved him.
just saved it. Have you got enough video there?
I think so.
Want one more lift?
Let's have another lift.
Oh, it's still cold, that water. Well, thanks for bringing me, Henry.
No worries.
I've really enjoyed it. And once again, some really, really nice carp. I think I'll be coming back to Belgium. Where are we off to next? Another big trip to France, public lakes?
France, I think. Netherlands, we could do the Netherlands.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's do it.
There we go. Nice one, mate.